Alright, just want to do another review of an article of clothing. This is the 511 short sleeve professional polo. Now 511 does have a video on their website going over the features of some of their polos, but it's rather low video quality, low resolution, and so you can't really get a good idea of the shirt themselves. They do go over the features of the shirt pretty well as some of their other polo models, but with it not being high resolution, you can't get a good idea of the fabric and any close-ups. So I thought I'd do one of my own, and also I could provide a little bit more objective opinion on it as opposed to 511's opinion of their own product. So as you can see, I own this shirt in at least 5 colors: black, navy, academy blue, range red, and a silver tan. It also comes in a heather gray and a LE, I assume that's law enforcement, LE green. So plenty of color variations if you're interested. It is a 100% cotton piqué fabric, and 511 says that they have a patented resin that they've treated these with that prevents wrinkling, shrinking, and fading. And my verdict on that is yes, for the most part, that's true. And what I've noticed is that with shrinking, absolutely, I've had no problems with shrinking. These shirts are in a medium. I wear a medium in most shirts, and these fit me perfectly fine and have not shrunk at all. Fading, they do very well. You know, I have even this black here, and it may look a little extra faded depending on the lighting in the video here, but I've had this black shirt for several years, and I've washed it countless times. It says to wash it in warm, tumble dry low. I wash it in warm and tumble dry on medium. And for a 100% cotton shirt compared to what I might expect from a regular cotton shirt, I really don't have any big complaints at all. I mean, yes, they're faded a little bit, but again, they hold up amazingly well as far as fading goes. Here's the dark navy. Again, no big complaints on that. The academy blue, range red, and the silver tan. And so they do extremely well with however that resin treats them for fading. As far as the wrinkling, sort of. So I'll use this silver tan as an example. Now, what I've noticed is that if you iron them, they will hold their iron state extremely well. However, this one, I washed, I dried, and it sat in the dryer for a while. And, you know, if you can see it down in here, there are quite a bit of, small wrinkles. So I think if you wash it, dry it, and take it right out of the dryer, you probably don't have that issue. And once it's ironed, you won't have that issue. So I think it's wrinkle resistant. It's certainly not a wrinkle-free fabric like some different polyesters are. But overall, that's kind of what I've noticed with it. It will wrinkle if you let it sit in the dryer for a little bit, but once it's ironed, holds up extremely well. And wearing it through the day, you're not going to have the problems with it wrinkling like you would with, for instance, a cotton dress shirt, because those wrinkle just miserably. So for a 100% cotton shirt, it really does do very well. Now, going through the construction of it, starting up at the top here, it has what they refer to as their anti-roll collar. It sits pretty flat through the back here, and then on the side here they have these collar stays that are built in to the collar. They're sewn in, and they prevent that collar from rolling. If you roll it, it'll bounce right back, and it keeps the collar lying nice and flat. The only issue I've had with these, on a shirt that I had for several years and washed many, many times, I did have the collar stay fray right out here, at least the fabric did, and I think that collar stay eventually fell out. But, that was after I'd washed it countless times. I've had most of these shirts for several years, again, washed them more times than I can remember, and they've held up very well. So I don't have any complaints about that, but you expect a shirt to break down eventually. The buttons here, they have melamine buttons, super tough buttons, unbreakable, iron over them, they're not going to melt, they're sewn in very well. Nice buttons. Pocket here, double stitched at the bottom. Some of their models do have a microphone sort of clip here where you can clip that onto. This does not. So if you're looking for a microphone clip, get one of their other shirts. Over on the side here, they have this microphone, or not microphone, pen pocket on your left sleeve. Holds 2 pens, and what I've noticed with this thing, just something to note with the pocket, not a complaint, but if you have a nice smooth plastic pen, it will slide right in and out of there, no problems. However, if you have a pen that has some rubberized texture on it, you're going to have some trouble getting it in there. It kind of grips on that fabric. It'll go in, but with some effort. Whereas that same pen in a all plastic slides right in. So just be careful of what you're putting in there. Also, if you have a pen that flares out at the bottom, then that's really not going to fit in those pockets really at all. But it's nice having those pockets there. I enjoy having them. Use them all the time. You just have to put the right pen in there. Going on down here, the fabric, as I mentioned, is 100% cotton piqué. Let's see if I can zoom in on this a little bit, give you a little better look at it. And I'll put the collar here. And refocus. So there's a little bit of a close-up of the fabric and the collar and the collar stays. So it's a nice piqué type fabric. I've not had any problems with this pilling or pulling or snagging or anything like that. So it holds up very well as far as that goes. It's 100% cotton. It's very breathable. Very nice. Down at the bottom here, let me zoom back out. Down at the bottom, it does have a double tail on the side here, and that back part is longer, such that when you bend over, this will keep it tucked in, and it's not going to come out on you and back. If you're tall and you get one of the tall versions of the shirt, it does add an extra 2 inches in the length. So, nice feature there. Overall, impressions of wearing these shirts, as you can see, I have 5 of them. So, obviously I really like them. They're probably my favorite out of the different models that I've had of the 511 shirts. And I don't really have any big complaints about them. Just a few small things to note, as I mentioned. But they're great. For the price, they hold up for several years. They're super comfortable. They're cotton, breathe well. Really no complaints. So there you go. Just want to give you a quick view of these shirts. Feel free to post any comments as usual, and thanks for watching.